Many people want to be wealthy, but not everyone achieves this goal. Today, I'm here to tell you how to get rich. Do you want a step-by-step path to becoming rich? Adopting a millionaire attitude and everyday routines will make all the difference in your trip to $1 million. Are you ready? If so, please comment "I am ready." Simply comment "I am ready" and all money will flow to you. If you really want to, enter this in the comments section I received. So, now that you've commented, let us proceed. I'm confident that if you follow the useful recommendations in this video, you'll be able to cut 10, 20, or even 30 years off your money education. Many individuals search YouTube every day for advice on how to generate money online and get rich quick. Have you ever done this? If so, I'd want to give a warning. Be wary, since there are many ill-intentioned persons out there who will sell you a course promising immediate enrichment. Do you truly believe you can learn anything and get wealthy in such a short period of time? However, in actuality, it is simply another swindle. So, constantly be vigilant, since being wealthy needs a great deal of effort and attention, and it does not happen suddenly. If I could provide advice to today's youngsters, I would tell them to be patient and disciplined, since doing what is necessary will automatically enhance their lives. Never seek shortcuts, since easy money also vanishes quickly. Lottery winners are an excellent illustration of this, as they demonstrate on a daily basis that no matter how large the reward, if the individual is not mentally equipped to deal with a large sum of money, they will quickly return to poverty. And it isn't what you want, right? What I'm advocating here is that we live a rich life with permanent wealth. So let's go right to the principles that will radically alter your financial life. Pay close attention and remain alert to avoid missing any essential suggestions. First, I need to know one thing. Do you know why some individuals can become wealthy but others, no matter how hard they try, cannot? Think about it. The solution is straightforward. It's all about how we think about money. Everything starts with the mind. It is something that we have stored in our subconscious. Even if someone is really skilled at what they do professionally, if their money mindset is not conducive to success, becoming wealthy will be challenging. And if that happens, they risk losing all they've acquired. And you could be wondering whether I'm bound to live in poverty for the rest of my life due to my ideas. The answer is no, but we can make certain changes to our ideas and actions to reach our financial goals. And that is why you are here today. I'm going to show you how to have a prosperous attitude. I'm going to show you how to become wealthy and never rely on the minimal salary again. So let us start with the mindset. You have the ability to alter your entire financial situation by altering your perspective. If you like the quality of our work, please click like. And if you don't know me yet, please subscribe to the channel and help me achieve 1,000 subscribers. Can I depend on your cooperation? If you're already subscribed, leave a comment like this: "I'm subscribed to the channel." So I was talking about mentality, right? That is it. If your subconscious perception of money is not wired for success, nothing you learn, know, or do will be successful. Childhood effects form our financial perspectives and might lead to negative beliefs and behaviors. The key is to turn our negative beliefs into positive ones that lead to financial prosperity. Transforming our mentality is the first step toward establishing a firm foundation for prosperity. Most wealthy folks think similarly. Do you consider this a coincidence? Actually, it is not. It is a formula to be followed. These wealthy individuals have a completely different way of thinking than those without money. The way we think determines our behaviors and hence our outcomes. If you think and act like the poor, you will become poor. However, if you embrace the mindset and behavior of wealthy individuals, you too may become wealthy. So begin by mimicking the way wealthy individuals think, and then translate those thoughts into tangible actions to attain financial success. If someone makes a lot of money without being mentally prepared for it, their fortune is unlikely to endure long. Many people lack the internal capacity to earn and keep big sums of money, much alone confront the obstacles that come with success. That's one of the reasons they don't get wealthy. True wealth extends beyond the numbers in the bank account. It is rooted on a long-held prosperity attitude. As I previously indicated, lottery winners are one example of this, and research regularly demonstrates that most winners, regardless of the magnitude of the award, return to their prior financial situation. This happens because they are unable to handle significant quantities of money. They begin to spend wildly, and after a few years they find themselves in the same scenario as before. And believe me, many of them return worse off with large bills. That is really humiliating, which is why I believe we should first improve on our thinking. Those who achieve wealth via their own efforts, on the other hand, tend to do the opposite. If they lose their fortune, they often recoup it fast. This happens because they risk losing the money. However, they do not overlook the most vital component of success, the attitude of riches. It is the thinking that makes the difference, regardless of the outcome. Whether it is plenty or shortage, positive or negative, remember that the environment around you is a reflection of your inner world. If things aren't going well in your outside life, it's because something isn't going right in your inner life. Transforming your money perspective will change not just your financial realities, but also your overall quality of life. How does a person's perception of money develop? It includes of knowledge or programming that the person received in the past, primarily as a youngster. What were the key causes of this programming or conditioning? For the majority of us, the list includes parents, siblings, authority figures, teachers, religious leaders, media, and culture. These are the key ones, but the list is long. Recognizing these sources and intentionally changing our mentality is the first step toward creating a money model designed for success and long-term prosperity. The way you think about money today was automatically generated depending on the information you received. Let us now eliminate the automated model and develop a fresh one. Let's start from fresh with a new perspective, a new way of viewing and using money. Children are not born knowing how to cope with money. They will learn this over time. We are educated from an early age to act in specific ways when it comes to money. These instructions become automatic habits that govern us throughout our lives until we act to modify the patterns in our thinking. Taking conscious control of these tendencies is critical to achieving a healthy financial future. Each of us has a subconscious money model that, above all, affects our financial future. This approach is analogous to our mental programming, a collection of ideas stored in the subconscious that impact how we interact with money. Recognizing and altering this programming is critical to improving our economics and laying a firm basis for success. There is a fundamental formula that governs how we generate our financial reality, and we refer to it as the manifestation process, which occurs as follows. Thoughts lead to feelings, which lead to actions, and actions lead to outcomes. But where do thoughts come from? Thoughts originate from information files stored in the subconscious. Transforming this data will allow us to redefine our financial trajectory. Verbal conditioning throughout childhood is quite potent. The expressions we hear, such as "money is the root of all evil," or "you can't be rich and serve God at the same time," are imprinted on our subconscious and influence our views about money. Challenging and changing these ideas is critical for cultivating a prosperous mentality. The examples we see at home can influence our financial views. Our parents' spending or saving habits impact how we handle money now. This is correct, and you should pay more attention to how you spend your money, since certain events can leave traumas that become bad beliefs in the subconscious, impacting our financial performance. Rewriting these events from a positive perspective is critical for realizing financial potential. To reverse this mental programming, one must be conscious of the effect of childhood, dissociate from negative thoughts, and train the mind with positive beliefs that lead to financial success. To begin this shift process, you must be committed, persistent, and consistent in your efforts to cultivate a prosperous attitude. You might start to influence your ideas by repeating some key phrases. Please write these phrases down so you don't forget. The first statement is, "What I learned about money was not correct. From now on, I intend to embrace new ways of thinking about money." The second sentence is, "My family's financial management is their responsibility, not mine. I determine how to proceed in this matter." The final sentence is, "I free myself from negative financial experiences and create a prosperous future for myself." Repeat these phrases at least 3 times in the morning, immediately after waking up, and 3 times at night before bedtime. If possible, replay the video and jot down these statements on a piece of paper to avoid forgetting them. Repeating these statements will reinforce the new financial mentality you wish to build. Write these phrases on paper and in your heart. Discuss this with your partner, since all of this helps to reinforce the new perspective we are developing. Many individuals believe that company success is mostly determined by skills and knowledge, or at the very least, the capacity to recognize attractive business possibilities. However, this is not totally accurate. True commercial success begins with personal development and mentality modification. Developing skills is important, but without a strong entrepreneurial attitude, chances might be lost. Many of us assume that we make conscious decisions in life, yet few of them represent our genuine consciousness. Most of the time, we behave reflexively, influenced by our previous mental conditioning. Becoming conscious of these habitual tendencies is the first step toward reclaiming control of our decisions and our lives. True financial independence comes with overcoming unconscious indoctrination. Our mental programming is derived from ideas and knowledge passed down by others, from generation to generation. Being aware of this allows us to intentionally replace negative thoughts with good ones. Taking conscious control of our mental conditioning is a key step toward achieving financial success. We are not passive recipients of others' beliefs. We are active creators of our financial reality. What are your thoughts? Are you willing to modify the thoughts that aren't moving you forward? There is no thinking without effect. No notion exists for being free in our minds. They are always impacting us. They might lead us to pleasure and success or away from prosperity. As a result, it is critical to make good choices about our thoughts and beliefs. Each idea is like a seed put in the garden of our financial reality. Choose the seeds that will yield success and wealth. Cultivating a good mentality is like nurturing the seeds for healthy financial growth. Rich individuals feel they have control over their life, but impoverished people view events as chance or fate. Which one do you believe in? Do you believe you have influence over your financial life? Or do you simply believe things happen? To enrich yourself, you must think that you have control over your life, particularly your finances. Taking responsibility is the first step towards living an abundant life and creating a bright future. The conviction that we are the protagonists of our financial tale is the cornerstone for long-term success. Many people like to consider themselves as victims, blaming others for their predicament. It is critical to accept responsibility and avoid blaming others. Complaining is also damaging since it promotes negativity and poverty. Change begins when we decide to be the builders of our own wealth. By focusing on good ideas and affirmations, I may generate my own financial success. Authenticity and accountability are the keys to opening the doors to riches. Rich individuals enter the financial game to win, whereas impoverished ones participate to avoid losing. Individuals with a bad attitude take a defensive stance in the financial game. If you enter a tournament with a strictly defensive approach, your prospects of winning are limited to none. However, this is how most people perceive the financial game. Their primary priority is survival and security, not in pursuit of money and prosperity. Rich individuals seek vast riches and plenty, not just any money, but a large sum of money. People with a poor attitude want to have enough money to pay their debts. This cannot be your objective, money merely to pay bills. No, let us recall the rule of purpose. If you only want enough money to cover your expenses, you'll obtain exactly that. The issue boils down to this. If your only objective is to be comfortable, you're unlikely to become wealthy. However, if your objective is to get wealthy, you are likely to find yourself in a really comfortable situation. If you strive for the stars, you'll at least get the moon. People with a negative outlook don't even aim for the ceiling of their own home, and then wonder why they didn't hit anything. The rule of intention states that we only obtain what we aspire for. If you want to be rich, you must set it as your objective, and not just enough to pay the bills or feel comfortable. Repeat the following statement several times. My objective is to become a millionaire and much more. Clarity of purpose is the first step in manifesting an abundant financial reality. Rich individuals make a conscious effort to be wealthy, whereas impoverished people aspire to be wealthy. When asked if they want to be affluent, most individuals respond yes. The fact, however, is that virtually all of them do not desire to become wealthy since they hold several negative notions in their subconscious. They claim there is something wrong with being wealthy. That is, such people have highly opposing views about money. For example, they claim that having more money would make my life a lot more enjoyable, but they also say that I'd have to work my buttocks off. I'll be able to tour the world, but they also predict that others will want to borrow money. These inconsistencies may appear benign, yet they are one of the primary reasons that most individuals never become wealthy. Rich individuals are certain that they desire to create a fortune. They are steadfast in their aim and completely devoted to generating money. They will do whatever is legal, moral, and ethical to attain their objective. People with a poor attitude provide a variety of reasons why becoming wealthy might be problematic. As a result, they are never absolutely certain that they want to acquire a fortune. According to the law of attraction, you will always get what you want or what you desire in your subconscious, regardless of what you say. If you're not achieving the money you claim to want, there's a strong possibility it's because, first and foremost, you don't truly desire it. Second, you are unwilling to go to any lengths to achieve your goals. To attain prosperity, you must pass through 3 levels. The first is that I want to be wealthy. This is another way of stating that I will take every chance, but simply wishing is insufficient. Wealth does not just come from desiring. The second level of desire is that I want to be affluent. This signifies a decision to get wealthy. The option has a powerful vitality and is associated with the individual's obligation to construct their own world. The term decision is derived from the Latin decidere, which meaning to exclude all other possibilities. Rich people think broadly, and impoverished ones think narrowly. The key word is value, and you must understand the four components that define your market worth: supply, demand, quality, and quantity. Quantity is the main issue for most individuals. Another method to convey this is the number of individuals you serve or reach during presentations, for example. Some teachers like to teach small groups of 20 individuals at a time. Others feel at ease with 100 listeners in the room. Others like an audience of 500 people. Others prefer audiences of 2,000 to 5,000 or more. Surely there is a significant variation in pay for these teachers. Do you like thinking widely or narrowly? Most people prefer to think narrowly out of fear of failure and success, as well as a sense of inferiority and worthlessness. They do not believe they are significant enough or capable of making a meaningful impact in someone's life. But our lives are not only about us. A decent definition of an entrepreneur is someone who makes money by addressing issues for others. Do you prefer to handle problems for a larger group or a smaller group? If you responded more, you should broaden your thoughts and resolve to aid a big number of individuals, perhaps thousands or even millions. As a result, the more people you aid, the more successful you will be in the long run. Thinking and behaving tiny results in a life of sacrifice and discontent. Thinking and acting broadly permits you to have both money and a fulfilling life. Repeat the following statement several times. I think widely. I choose to help thousands of individuals. Rich individuals focus on possibilities, whilst impoverished ones focus on problems. Rich individuals perceive possibilities, whilst impoverished ones see impediments. Rich individuals see opportunities for progress, whereas impoverished ones see possible losses. Rich individuals concentrate on remuneration, whereas impoverished ones concentrate on risk. We are not discussing good or negative thinking, but rather the habitual perspective through which a person perceives the world. Many people with a weak attitude make judgments based on fear. Their thoughts are continuously searching for what is wrong or what may go wrong in any given circumstance. Their mental conditioning is, what if it doesn't work out? Or, more likely, things will not work out. Those with middle-class mental conditioning are slightly more hopeful, saying, I hope it works out. The wealthy accept responsibility for the outcomes of their life and act according to mental training. Everything will work out because I will make it so. They anticipate to achieve, are confident in their abilities and ingenuity, and feel that even if some things do not go as planned, they will find another way to succeed. In general, the larger the gain, the bigger the danger. Each individuals are willing to take risks because they are always aware of new chances. They feel they will get their money back if something goes wrong. People with a poor attitude, on the other hand, are expected to fail. They are not confident in themselves or their talents. They are certain that if they are unsuccessful in their efforts, the outcome will be disastrous. And since they only perceive difficulties, they are often reluctant to take chances. However, without risk, there is no profit. You have to grasp this. Without risks, there are no rewards. You are constantly striving for success, but you are never prepared to take chances, and you have no idea that the success you want is buried behind the wealthy people you shun. It is important to remember that being open to taking chances does not imply being eager to lose. Individuals take calculated risks. This implies they conduct research, execute appropriate analyses, and make conclusions based on facts and reliable information. They don't spend their entire life gathering knowledge. Instead, they do all they can in the least amount of time and then make a reasoned choice whether or not to launch this new endeavor. Although they claim to be prepared for an opportunity, persons with a poor attitude typically stay stagnant, dying of dread. They think about it for weeks, months, or even years, and by the time they make a decision, the chance has passed. Rich individuals recognize that they cannot know all of the information ahead of time. As a result, they prepare as much as possible in the least amount of time, then act and correct themselves along the way. People with a negative attitude, who do not believe in themselves or their talents, feel they must know everything ahead of time, which is virtually impossible. Meanwhile, they are doing nothing. Repeat the following lines several times. I focus on possibilities, not problems. Affluent people respect other affluent and successful people, but impoverished people despise those who are wealthy and successful. People with a negative perspective frequently harbor anger, jealousy, and envy toward the achievement of others. If you desire to be rich yet believe that the affluent are inherently wicked, you will never be rich. You cannot become what you loathe. If you want to be rich, you must love and appreciate the wealthy. It is remarkable to see how many individuals with a poor mindset harbor animosity, if not outright hostility, against the affluent. They appear to feel that the wealthy are to blame for their current predicament. If they were taught throughout their lives that affluent people are dishonest, worthless and vile, it is because they adopt this belief that they lack money. 98 out of every 100 prosperous men are honest, which is why they are wealthy. But that is why others entrust them with money. That is why they undertake fantastic projects and always find individuals to collaborate with them. I am aware that there are dishonest people who gain millions of dollars dishonestly, but they are so uncommon that journalists constantly cover them, giving the appearance that all the wealthy obtain their money dishonestly. I personally know both honest and dishonest affluent people. Wow. I know both honest and dishonest poor people, so just because someone is poor does not guarantee that they are honest. Alternatively, if the individual is wealthy, they will be dishonest. No, being dependable must be at the top of the list of qualities required to achieve wealth. Would you conduct business with someone you don't trust, even a little? To get wealthy, one must be dependable. Many individuals believe that if a large number of people trust someone, that person must be trustworthy. This topic on my channel is far from ended. I still have a lot of good stuff to share with you, but it's hard to cover it all in one video. For me to know that you are a persistent person, please watch the video till the finish. Please leave a comment like this. The secret to riches is to adopt a millionaire attitude. Simply comment it. The secret to riches is to adopt a millionaire attitude. When I read this comment, I'll smile because I know you'll be a billionaire soon, and I'll know you watched the entire video. A wonderful video that I created particularly for you is currently showing on your screen. This video is entirely focused on accumulating riches. I'm sure you'll want to see it, so click on it right now.